Good morning, Sunrise Rotarians, my friends. Thanks for being here, everybody. Happy to have a little cooler weather today. How about some vegetarians? I think I saw Jesse from Eureka Theater. Hi, welcome. This is Jessie. She's co-president of Arcade Noon. Thanks for being here. Rotary and or Interact members. Hi, who we got here? Cleo? Cleo from Interact. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And guests of Rotarians. Oh, Maggie, did you say there's
someone on, we have Grace on Zoom.
Grace from Interact?
I'm here.
Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Okay, now how about, yes, Jessica? We have, yes.
So this evening I have with me my friend Peggy Metzger from the Cal Poly Humboldt Financial Aid Department.
Peggy from Cal Poly. And I have Dallas here, Dallas Fuentes. Thank you for coming back every week and tolerating this. Appreciate it. Other guests this morning? Got everybody? All right. Let's look back at March. Some people have birthdays. Matt, you topped the list. You do anything interesting or worthy of saying?
I just turned off the cell phone for 2 days and didn't go near the office.
So he was offline for his birthday.
Lawn, backyard.
Being offline is the greatest gift, right?
It was nice.
I'll bet. I'll bet. Okay. Any cake?
Pardon me?
Any cake?
Oh, that was cake.
There was cake. Okay. Got to be cake.
That was exciting.
All right. Tammy, are you on the call this morning? No, let's go to AJ. AJ's in the room. How about your birthday?
Just went out to dinner. Angelina with parents.
Dinner at Angelina's. That sounds really good. What'd you have?
They had this thing called a dino bone.
A dino bone? A big old meat bone, huh?
Yeah.
That sounds good. All right. Charlie, are you here this morning? I don't think I saw Charlie. You online? Or Craig is here. Hi, Craig.
Craig is here, March 5th. It was pretty low key this year. We went out to Shameless T-Bones. We don't go out a lot anymore, but T-Bones. I gotta check a brisket every once a year at least.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, they did a
Awesome.
good job.
Nice and slow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Slow.
And Brian Reeser, are you on the line? Nope. Okay. Well, happy birthday, everybody. Sorry we missed it. Save the dates. Tonight, I do have a couple people that contacted me. Hi, with Interact? Are you guys with Interact?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. So I'm looking forward to helping out at the Redwood Poetry Festival tonight. It's in honor of Josiah Lawson. And, I actually participated yesterday at a haiku head-to-head battle royale, and that I was eliminated in the first round, but so were 4 other people, so I didn't feel too bad. But, the Word Humboldt and the Ink People for the Arts are really helping that part of the arts community here. And so looking forward to helping out tonight. And I think Charlie is coming and maybe Sarah. So anybody else who wants to show up is 5:30 at Forever Found in Eureka on 5th Street. Cooperation Humboldt, we'll hear from AJ in just a minute. I've got a slide for AJ about the garden boxes coming up on April 23rd. Is that the right date?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And Vanessa's Firesides, of course. I think Vanessa, you said there's a sign up coming soonish to get signed up for that. All right. And it'll be at the Griffin, right?
Yes.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for hosting your very own. And then, it's been a very long time since I actually received a birthday party invitation. This is great. Thank you, Terry and Maggie, for sending these out. This is for our club. So check your mailbox. I know they're kind of that antique way of communicating, but it's so fun. Well, no. I wasn't calling you antique. I was saying this is fun. Anybody who knows if you do something nice for Rotary, It's so nice to actually get mail from a human that's saying something nice. So thank you. Right. So make sure when you get this, call an RSVP. Either way, if you have to be out of town and you have to miss it, please let them know too. But if you can be there, make sure you let them know.
And I want to give a shout out to Howard. He was the first one to RSVP.
Howard, you were the first to RSVP. Very nice. I thought I had you, but I checked my mail 2 days late, so you got me. And then we've got more information on the Sunrise Scramble coming up here for Friday, the 13th of May. And district conference, of course, last week we heard about the speakers coming up and it's going to be great. So we've got a slide for you too, Justin, in just a moment. So AJ, if you want to come up front for a second and tell us what's going on with community service opportunities. We're looking forward to some hands-on stuff. Come on down.
I'll take this. Good morning, everybody. In the fall of last year, we actually made contact with Cooperation Humboldt. They distribute little mini garden boxes that need the families throughout Arcata, and we're partnering with them. I gotta give Mike a shout out. He acquired some lumber donation to help us build these boxes, and we're gonna get a few more. And then Mike has also offered to host this building party. But essentially, we're gonna all get together and one day knock out hopefully 10 to 12 garden boxes, and then shortly thereafter distribute them to families, like place them in their homes and get them filled with soil and get them some start. So that's planned to be on the 24th of this month on Saturday. 23rd. I was looking for the data stuff. Additionally, the rainwater catchment system moving forward, we're gonna at Arcata Elementary build a rainwater catchment system in partnership with the Cal Poly Humboldt students, and we want to go and start digging for a pad to put the water catchment on. So if you are available this Sunday, I'm meeting the students there at 1, and Nick is going to come help. We're just going to take some shovels and dig a good circle. If we get a good dozen of us out there, that'll go pretty quickly, and that'll just get us started so that we could frame it out and get a concrete pad.
Where, what time?
Arcata Elementary at 1 on Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday.
And then you were looking for people that have maybe poured a little concrete before. And
Yeah, if you have any concrete pouring experience, that'd be super helpful.
is that for this Sunday or would that be another day?
I think that'd be next weekend. Yeah, I just want to get it framed out this weekend and get it done.
It's a fun mess.
Yeah, I've done it at home. Yes.
So digging this Sunday
Dig on the
and
10th.
concrete on the 16th.
Wait,
Let me do the date here.
Oh, Saturday, not Sunday.
Actually, I would the Sunday the 17th. Sorry.
Sunday, so 2 Sundays.
Yes, 2 Sundays.
4 on the 17th.
Yes.
8 on the 10th.
And both at 1 o'clock.
4 on the 10th.
One this weekend. I'm not sure about the following weekend.
Just send something out for
Yeah.
that. We'll remind me. Okay. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you.
It's exciting to have that moving along. That is our big district grant co-funded project for the year. So we're really excited to be in the progress to finish that up this year and utilize that opportunity to co-fund on that. Jessica, you wanted to come up and say a little bit about your wine festival coming up for Arcata Rotary.
Yes, thank you so much.
Come on
Ian.
down.
Do you want me to come over
Right
here?
in
Do
here, please. Yeah.
you want should I wear my skirt?
You're good.
Hey, everybody tuning in. I'm Jessica Jones. I am the current co-president of your sister club, Arcata Rotary Noon Club. And I'm here to talk about the Wine Festival. It is our largest fundraising event of the year. I just want to ask, who here has helped in some way or been to the Wine Fest? Okay, a lot of hands. I love that. About like half of you. For those of you who haven't been, it's a really great time. Tickets are $50 and $55 at the door, and we do tend to sell out. So we would like to press to please buy some tickets. We're gonna have wine themed games. We usually have a beautiful spread with donated food as well. A bunch of local delicious food. And we're also having a live band this year. We're featuring Dogbone. If you've ever been to Larapin's and hung out on the patio during the summertime, I'm sure you've heard him. He's a really great, it's a really great band. Let me think. Oh, and this year it's a little bit of a twist. We're actually not at Cal Poly Humboldt. So we are not at the K2 Canyon Room. We are partnering with Baywood Golf and Country Club. So it's going to be a little bit of a different aesthetic. And we're really excited. Does anybody have any questions about it? I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. We're gonna have wine themed games.
Where do we get tickets, Jessica?
Yeah, we have tickets. You can actually use that barcode right there, brown paper tickets. You can also head to www.humboldtwinefest.com, and right there on the landing page, you're gonna see like a buy now. Yeah.
Do you have any here by chance?
I do not. We do not
Okay.
have, I could go get paper tickets. Yeah, they're actually down the street.
Okay. So I'll send this out today. You sent me the whole package.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So I'll forward that to the club today. They'll have the scan code and the address.
Yes, exactly. And if anybody would like to sponsor, we are still accepting sponsors for our Dutch raffles and then just general sponsorships as well. So feel free to reach out to Ian and he'll pass the word along to me as well. So thank you guys for letting me be here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. Next, Maggie, you wanted to say a little bit about ADUs and maybe even JADUs.
Well, I know Greg could say a lot more about this, but we're saving it. So
Go get to talking about this morning.
So the county is really pushing, the state and the county is really pushing for people to consider building accessory dwelling units on properties. They're also called granny flats, but they're really not that, but they're for anybody, any age. And if you have a little extra property or land and are thinking of a way for income or just helping out the housing problem shortage, this would be something to go to and get a little more information about. And it's free. So, and there was a more link stuff. If you want links to that, I'm sure I can get it to you. So to Greg.
Right. And it really doesn't take much land. You know,
No.
you look at your own parcel and you think there's no room here. Well, you'd be really surprised. These things can be relatively compact. They can fit into weird spaces. My wife works in the county planning department. We can help connect you with the right resources as well if you miss this. You'd be surprised what you can squeeze in that makes a really nice little habitable dwelling for somebody that couldn't otherwise afford one. So definitely consider it. It's a virtual. So Maggie, will you send that out for the club? Thank you.
Well, I'll
I'll get to that. Thank you. Thank you. Backpass for kids. I see Lisa and Angela here. Angela, I thought I saw you come in the room. You had some fun? No, you're not. Geez, you're not Angela. Hi, Holly. Okay. Anyway, thank you for Michael sending your folks there too, and I'm pretty sure that means you were there. How are we doing on signups? Greg, you on the call, or Lisa? I know last time I checked, I signed up for a couple spots, and there's still room. So please join. Vanessa's been gracious to host, so if you're picking up, bring it over to the Griffin, and people will sign up and show up to pack it. Not next week? Okay.
I think somebody already.
Oh, good. Okay. So when you see the sign up, check the sign up, and it'll show you where the help is needed. We'll get that done every week. On our golf tournament, our Sunrise Scramble, it is officially launched as of last week. And we've got all the info for people to sign up as teams and as sponsors. Sponsors are starting to come in. A few teams have come in. But of equal importance, please go to our club's social media and our website and like it, share it, and invite people. The invite is a key component of getting that out in the community. And there's also the club side of this activity. We really got to do the work of networking that we as Rotarians should be good at. It doesn't take a lot of effort if you're not an in-person or phone person. Type up a little email inviting people. Use our flyer that we out to the whole club last week. But each group that Rebecca set up about a week ago in the club, you know, you've got a few team members. If nobody's contacted you about that, take the lead. Just grab your little email group, set up a time when you can get on a call and say, here's what we're going to do. So please take action on that. We're people of action. And each club group or team is to complete at least 2 of the following of these: sign up a team, find a sponsor, work with a whole sponsor that's already signed up to help them market and set up their whole, maybe they don't even know what to do. You say, well, you know, you could print some banners, we could put them up. You could come and, you know, offer little snacks or goodie bags or whatever your business wants to do to help promote. That's the benefit of being a sponsor, is you can be there in person and talk to the golfers as they come through at their tees and, you know, mess up their shots and all that great stuff. And then the other option here, as your one of 2 things to do, would be to donate a major raffle item. We're going to have fairly few raffle items for the fundraiser at relatively high value. So 250. We already have a $5,000 item. That's the bar. It's that's sitting at your bank over there, AJ. Yeah, from Wallace and Hines. And so yeah, there'll be some really great prizes, but there's a lot of opportunities for what your group of people who's been assigned to help with it could possibly do. So please get on the ball. Time is short. This is coming right up in the mid of May. So we are 1 month away, basically, almost, you know, next week we'll be 1 month away from that. Let's get it done.
Ian, can I say something about the golf tournament?
Hi. Yes, please,
Hi.
Susan.
Yes. I just want to let you know what our stats are so far. We have 6 whole sponsors and we need 12 more. We have 9 teams so far. And we need 9, there's room for 9 or 9, 10, 11. We could have actually 11 more, but 9 is what we're looking for. And then we need people to sell those raffle tickets. And those are the top 3. So it's starting to come together. Baywood's ready. And the people who are signed up are bringing some good teams. So I think it could be a lot of fun. So that's what we need the help with: teams, sponsors, and raffle.
Thank you, Susan. So regarding the raffle, we'll be working out the details on what that looks like next Tuesday, and then we
Yes.
can release the how to sell raffle tickets. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
Okay,
that sounds great.
Committee meets on Tuesday, so.
Yep.
More info coming. Thank you. Mr. Conference, really, you know, Dustin's been previewing what's coming up. You know, I think you've done a great job of building the excitement. Now again, it's time to take action. Sign up to set up. That's still floating out there. Several people have. Thank you very much. And sign up to show up. Just search district conference in your email. You'll find the link from DAC-TV to sign up. It's so rare that it's right here in our own backyard. Fortuna is so nearby. Most of them are in the Southern District. Sometimes they're even way outside the district. Nevada.
It's cost effective. It's right here in our backyard, fun, and the speaker lineup's amazing. We're gonna have the suites where we can, Rotary clubs compete against each other to create the best suite, and social, Friday and Saturday evening. So it's really gonna be a blast. It's not gonna cost much, and just show up and have a good time and celebrate the year. Yeah.
That's a great point on signups. So in addition to setting up, you know, banners and, you know, celebratory stuff in the actual event, we as a club have an opportunity to set up a suite for hosting people that just want a little break from the big show.
Yeah, it would be after Friday evening will be our suite, and the 3 Eureka clubs are creating a suite. We're creating a suite, and we'll be seeing who can create the best suite. And the next night, Windsor and Napa or Santa Rosa Sunrise and Clear Lake are going to be setting up suites.
Okay.
So we're going to see who can create the best suite. And anyway, as all you past presidents who've been to vets know what it's like to create socials in San Jose, kind of meet with the Rotary. So it's going to be a lot like that.
Okay. So Friday night is Arcata Sunrise time to shine, right? Okay. So anybody who knows, has kind of in the back of their head, what's in our storage unit for like party decorations, things like that?
Have we ever thrown a theme race fundraising before?
I don't know. We kind of do that, don't we? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can draw on to make our room really shine and be welcoming and fun for the folks that we're hosting. All right, so let's mainly right now, please sign up. That's what we need to know. Who can help so that we know we've got it covered, and Dustin can take that off his mind at ease. So.
Yeah.
Recognitions, Joyce, you wanted to do some things about what's going on out there in the world outside Rotary with Rotarians.
So you should never tell me what they're doing. I recognize at the meeting, but, Kristen, we can't hear, right? Chris and Lisa, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, you want to go ahead and, Lisa, want to go ahead and tell us about this?
Yeah, so we had an exchange student 13 years ago. She was our first exchange student when we lived in San Ramon. She's from Belgium, and she and her fiance were coming to LA. She actually has a choir company in Belgium now, and she was coming for a training course in Laguna Niguel. And so she had called us and asked us if we could meet her. So we went down. We have a place down in Newport, down in Orange County. So we went down and spent 5 days with them and just had a wonderful time. And she was one of the best exchange students that we had. And she's like my daughter. We talk all the time, and it's just great. And they're getting married actually next year in Belgium in August of 2023. And we're hoping that we have the opportunity to go back to the wedding. So as long as things stay safe, we will be going. So that's the picture. So we're at the beach in Newport at Crystal Cove.
So I wanted to chime in a little bit too, that her fiance, Audric, you see him, the big guy back there. We enjoy drinking beer together. And so he wrapped up in his backpack and his bag and brought 6 Belgian beers of various types. And we sat there and had nice beers for a couple of days from Belgium. So it went out of his way to make me comfortable.
All right. Well, that's another reason to have exchange students in your home.
That's right.
So
That's right. They bring you beer. Oh, wait.
Thank you for sharing. That was great. So.
I gotta say, when I saw that smile of Lisa, I said, there's a lot of love in that picture.
All right,
Dustin.
Dustin, you want to tell us about this?
Yeah, please.
This is cool.
That way the Zoomers can hear you too.
So, a little while back, my folks packed up and moved to Dallas, from Arcata to Dallas. Interesting shift there, but they went. And one of the things that my stepdad, Don, did was he started a nonprofit called Clear Texas Lakes, where he goes around and clears shorelines. And I've been bugging him and bugging him and bugging, saying, listen, hook up with the local Rotary clubs, hook up with the local Rotary clubs. And sometimes your parents don't listen to you when you'd like them to. So it took a little bit, but finally he did. And there he is with the Rotary Club of Denton Lake Cities. They held a little event for him where they went out on the boat and helped him haul in a bunch of trash from around, that's Louisville Lake right there that they cleaned up from. And they got a pretty big haul that day. And anyway, it was really cool that he finally made the connection, and they got the photos and did the thing. So I was pretty proud of him. So I was like, all right, let's share with the club, and there it is. So yeah, it was
like a fishing tournament for styrofoam?
We couldn't catch any fish. I was like, we're just gonna keep catching trash.
You got the big one.
So exactly, no, that's good. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. And that's what he's up to. So,
A way to inspire that connection to Rotary. Thank you.
absolutely.
So I also want to call somebody up. Bob, come on up and tell us what's going on in your life. And this, though, is the gift that I'm giving you for catching you off guard.
Oh.
The Kihei Rotary Club.
Oh, my God.
Had coins, and I bought some when I was back, so I decided today I was going to give them to the people that I caught off guard.
Awesome.
So tell us your story. That's kind of a weird connection.
It is. I just told you about this morning.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what, when do they meet, Joyce?
They meet Thursday.
Okay,
I think.
good. I'm gonna look that up when I get back.
Maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, my wife and I have retired. We sold our business and we retired, and I'm back from a couple weeks in Kihei. And I really was getting ready to look this up and go, because we've been kind of sitting around without a whole lot to do, and then all that togetherness, just all today, every day, like
together. Like, and so I was looking, I really was looking for at least some kind of social experience out there, other than walking along the beach and or going to the Maui Brewing Company, Chris, which we got to go someday. That's our favorite place over there. So anyway, yeah, we're kind of there for an extended period of time. I'm coming and going because there's a little bit more business stuff for me to do. And but my wife is planted over there, and she's, you know, got her yoga thing going, and we're just relaxing and kind of winding down from our whole work experience. So does something happen if you show up with this?
I don't know.
Okay.
It'll be a weird story.
All right, I will. All right, thank you. Okay, that's it.
You know what people do? You go, wow.
And I have,
For a free breakfast.
I have one more point, and I'm gonna impose on AJ, because he talked to me this morning too, and I don't want him to feel bad about talking to me in the morning.
Watch yourself.
So you have a coin from another year, but they're pretty cool.
Very cool. Wow.
But you have, that's what I'm sending you up here for, not just to give you a coin for talking to me.
So on Thursday of last week, I signed loan documents and I bought a house. So did a lot of work this week. I took a whole week off to pack up an old 18 years of living in one place and moving to a new place. So it's really exciting, and definitely looking forward to another 20 years in a new place. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Joyce, did you want to do the whole thing at the tables?
Oh, you know, I didn't have time to do. All right, so I didn't know how much time I had because I haven't been up here in a while. So now what I'd like to do, even though I imposed on the people that talk to me, take a few minutes at your table. You can figure any way out. You can do Rochambeau. Oh, back here. You can do Rochambeau. You can do anything else. And those people online, I don't know how to gather you up and decide who at the table has the best thing to share to the whole group. So you've got 3 minutes. Go.
Join the table, Dave.
Yeah.
Zoomers, chat among yourselves and pick somebody's story.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Nice to have a co-pilot.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't do it. Was like, I don't, you know, it's like, how do I get these guys in? Oh, they've got, oh, get a bunch of them. They're all by themselves.
She's got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Round two, they go.
She's got it. Maggie's got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna go about 5
Was that?
All right, give me 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute warning, everybody.
1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute warning.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do, Greg? All right, everybody, come on back.
All right, all right.
Come on back. Come on back.
Okay, we're gonna make this swift. So when your table's called, the person you picked, run right on up and don't wait for the next person. Just queue up.
All right, so Wait, we should wait for the rooms to close, are they 46 seconds? I guess we should start now. Why don't the people that are gonna come talk, come on up and line up? Every table brings somebody, AJ doesn't have to come. Come on, interact, folks, we need somebody. Who's coming up from this room? Okay. What? We're gonna wait for the rooms to close online. Okay, all right. Go ahead, come on up, say your name and tell us your recognition. Everybody be quiet. Wait,
I'm Robin. This last week I got a puppy. I don't know if which camera do I go to? She's cute. She's got a little Australian Shepherd.
Well, they said that this was the best story, and I think it is too, but this is my new jacket. This is important. Go ahead and laugh now. And you even know the story and you're still laughing. Okay, so last month, Vanessa and I were at Pets, and my friend Candy was wearing this beautiful jacket, which we all admired, and it turned out she had had it made by somebody who was also at Pets, who Vanessa tracked down and had this made for me. So I think it's kind of cool. Thank you.
Well, I guess it's sort of like getting a new outfit. We have a Volkswagen van again, 4-wheel drive. It's sort of my husband's baby, and baby needs a new paint job. So he found a place in La Paz. So we have to do a trip to La Paz, and then we invited the whole family. And so Jessica and my brother are coming, and my mom's and my husband's mom and my daughters. And so we're all gonna gather in La Paz, and it's all because Bodie, the van, needs a new paint job.
Hi, Franklin. I'm from Potato High Interact Club, and I'm visiting a college today at San Francisco State, so that should be pretty cool.
What was it? Interesting?
Or entertaining.
Entertaining. Okay. So Mr. Babbage over here gave me this idea, and they elected me. Imagine that. My wife and I just completed a major master bath remodel. We are still married. I generally liked it when I was asked to contribute. So yeah, that's it. It was quite a long process, but
I got it good. How's the tree doing?
the tree is very nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is it starting to leave?
Yes.
Excellent.
So it's, yeah, thank you.
Does anybody have room one? Who is there a story from room one that they can share?
Are they back now? Okay.
So that was Chris, Greg, who's sitting here, John, Lisa, the podium, and Stephanie. Have anything to share?
In our group, we talked about how I just dug out a big sewer line in my front yard.
All right.
Not very exciting, but I can dig 18 inches by 2 feet deep, 25 feet long anytime you guys need it.
Well, maybe they need a pad, the pad.
So we'll see you Sunday for the concrete pad, right?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, room two is Charlie, Howard, John, Rachel, and Susan.
I can
Anybody?
I can speak for Susan and me. Were chatting. Susan is the good news. I think is Susan is back more regularly. She was traveling quite a bit to see her family members, and also she was a consultant for setting up health clubs. But she's back here more dependably, and as you can see, she's able to come to more meetings now. So that's good news here.
Yay. Three is Bren, Jen, Dick, Grace, Lori, and Sarah, and Jules. Anyone? I sound like I'm Chris Bueller. Anyone?
Next group.
All right, next group. Carol, Claire, Janice, Luke, Mike, and Nara.
Things go back to Lori. People said Carol.
Okay, go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, it ended up just being Mike and Mike's family. I don't
Yeah.
know what happened there, but anyway, as you all know, it's Mike's birthday today. 71, doesn't know where he's going to go out to eat tonight. And it's been 6 months that their family's been together here. So.
All right, back to room 3. Is there anybody? Lori, go ahead, Lori.
I'll just share that we've celebrated our 25-year anniversary.
Yay. Thank everybody. We'll do more as time allows.
Thank you, Gladys. That's great. Appreciate that. 1 second here. Okay, are we ready for Raffle? For Marty? Yeah. Interactions drawing the raffle. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you so much.
635. Something. Right.
Oh, we got $5.
Make sure you're still first. Okay. Zoomers, patience with us for a moment while we transfer over to Gregg's presentation. 1 moment.
589. Of course, this coming bracket. Oh, yes, there it is. All back. You don't even have to take it out of your pocket.
Yeah, do your screen share.
Yeah.
You got it. Okay. Well done. Well, everybody, I'd like to present Gregg Foster, who, all joking aside, you never give this guy a mic if you want the room back ever. But we don't use a mic here, and honestly, he's got.
You know what? I don't need a mic.
Right, and so much enthusiasm for everything he gets involved with. So we're really happy to have you presenting about what you've been involved with at Eureka Theater.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that warm smattering of applause. So, yeah, I'm overwhelmed, really. No, please. I'll be brief. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit because it looks like we're running a little long. I do want to try to get you out of here relatively on time. So I'll cut it from the 50 down to the 48 slides. So a couple of board members, including me, are on the board of the Eureka Theater, and that has been fun and a challenge. We have been shut down for a couple of years and are now sort of restarting. And so what I want to do is just kind of give you a quick tour. The other 2 members, of course, are Tom Tejas and Charlie Murphy. And Tom was the longtime president there, and I am now the president. And the Eureka Theater is a really interesting place. It was basically closed and abandoned in 1996 or so, 6, and then was purchased and donated to a nonprofit. Maggie used to be on our board for many years. And so now the nonprofit is, oh, Dick.
Trying to get you
no, you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. Okay, let's try this again. Anyway, so how's that, Zoomers? Great. Okay, so here's 3 views of the facade. One is historic one. One, when I was trying to find pictures of the marquee lit up, the only one I could really find on the internet was when they were showing the Happy Hooker. So, which is about 1975 or so. But you can see it was quite spectacular back in the day when it was all lit up. And then that's a more current photo there now, and you can we have a big project, and we're going to talk about it. We're underway to restore that facade and rebuilding the tower, and that's a big project. That's a big project. It was not heavily damaged, but it was damaged in the 2010 earthquake, and it's time to basically rebuild the whole thing, and that's a big project going forward. But if you walk in, one of the first things they did, oh, come on, is you walk into the lobby. Now the lobby's been restored, and so if you've been there recently, you'll see how beautiful it was. It was pretty damaged and run down when the theater was given to the nonprofit, and so Peter Santino did a lot of the work, and it's beautiful when you walk in. I can tell you there's a lot of light bulbs in there. I changed about 100 burned out light bulbs in that lobby during COVID. And then of course our auditorium, and the auditorium obviously is a little rough if you've been in there. Mostly the walls and the ceilings where the old acoustical treatment is failing and starting to flake off a bit. It's cellulose. The good news is there's no asbestos in the building, but it was broken up into three pieces. So if you look at this picture, and you can see this little line running here. You see that line running down there? And there's another line that runs across there. That's where they had built walls, and then they had built a floor under the loge, and then put 2 screens up top and then 1 big screen down below. And while it did damage and create some issues inside the theater, it also gave it another almost 20 years of life, as people were moving into smaller screenings, and it was a pretty old. And now we have 1,200 seats, which is still a big space. But can you imagine 1,700 seats? When this place was opened, and of course going to the movies is a big deal. So this is on the stage. A large stage was put in so we can do live performances, music. This is the projection room, which is a lot of fun. And what we have here are these are carbon arc projectors, very historic. And the way they work is you have 2 rods that are carbon wrapped in copper, and it sends a lot of electricity through them. They make light and a lot of heat. They're a real pain to run, but we have run them, and they are operational. These are 2 35 millimeter and 1 16 millimeter. And it's really interesting. What you do is you bring in a ton of power into an AC to DC generator, and then you send a direct current to there. But really what we do now is we show by streaming off the internet or DVDs. Which is kind of fun during COVID, because I'd be in there working. I go, I think I'm going to watch a movie. So I would be kind of this weird Jack Nicholson type guy and around an old big building in there watching a movie all by myself up in the lobby or up in the loge. And yeah, it was a little odd, but that's all right. It's fun. There are 2 people here who actually bought movies in a raffle for the foundation. I haven't heard from you yet. So I do give you movies and pizza as a result of that. So this is up on the 3rd floor, and this is where we actually recently were broken into. We have no idea how they got up there, and they stole an ancient laptop, which is fine with us. Fortunately, the alarm system went off when they went down to the lobby, and they spent most of the rest of the night looked like panicking, trying to find their way out without stealing anything else, including these 6 iPads we had sitting out for an event the next day. But with that alarm blasting, I think they just wanted to run out. I'm going to skip this. This is actually a tour of the apartment, but I'm going to skip this because of time. But I do want to go to this video, and I hope you can hear it on Zoom. We didn't hear it here. Yeah, let's try this again. We had video in the room earlier. There it is. Share sound. Optimize for video clip. Try this again. Is our volume up inside here on the computer?
Want to see it fail. This is such a huge project and it needed everything. The first thing we did was to clean it up and clean it out. After we did that, then we stood back and did an assessment of, okay, what do we really have? What do we need to do? And where do we go from here? So let's figure out how to raise money to start getting just the basic things that we needed. So we started ordering 35mm movies. Things just went from there. We started getting more interest in the theater. We started doing more events. And so basically we've turned this project into a working restoration. You know, we've replaced the roof. We've put the theater on the National Register of Historic Places. Replaced the new marquee faces. We ordered new marquee letters. We ordered a digital projector so we could show DVDs and Blu-rays. We redid the downstairs lobby, which is the main first thing you see when you come in. We had custom-made cocktail bars by Wallace & Hines installed. We repainted the lobby all the original colors. We restored the downstairs restrooms. We restored the upper lobby. We've done some work on the exterior. We've done a lot of work on our apartment. We've replaced our movie screen. Just on and on, and there's still so much more that needs to be done.
Well, I'm Chuck Petty, the current restoration chair for the Eureka Theater project. I'm also currently the treasurer, and I've been on the board since 2006. And I am just really invested in this project. I want to see this happen. I grew up here and I loved coming to this theater. I loved coming to this place, and because it made a movie watching experience more special because the building itself is so special. But now we need to start focusing on some of the bigger projects. We've been working on the pretty projects, the $10,000 and $20,000 projects. And it's time to start working on some of the $100,000, $200,000 projects. Well, the Eureka Theater Board, to further this project, has joined the League of Historic American Theaters, which is a great organization that's nationwide in the United States, dedicated to professionals in theater restoration and management. We are currently working with a professional from Southern California, developing a scope of work, so we know exactly what all these large projects are going to cost us. The blade sign out in front of the theater, which has the big neon Eureka sign, is in dire need of work, because the neon doesn't work. It has some structural issues. So besides that, we have 80 feet by 120-foot auditorium with 40-foot ceiling. It's a big, big space. And we have 800 seats downstairs and around 400 upstairs in the balcony. We'd love to get all the seats restored. The seats are around $400 a piece to have a restoration done on. So we're looking towards getting funding to put scaffolding up in the auditorium, have all the surfaces fixed, have all the murals restored by a mural restoration specialist. We've got a drop-down staircase outside in the alley that is our fire escape that we are currently restoring, and that will allow us to use the balcony again and make the fire department very happy. Well, I hope you all feel the excitement that we feel with this theater. I mean, we've all had a good time working on this project, and we want you to join us. We want you to help us make this come to fruition. We want this to be a community thing and get the community involved. We want everyone in this county to be part of the Eureka Theater and feel like you're contributing to the final goal of the place. We love what we're doing, and we want you to love what we're doing, and we want you to help. So please take a look, see what you think about the Eureka Theater Restoration Project, and see if you can get excited as we are.
That video is a few years old. Okay, I know who you are.
I am Wendy Petty.
So that's a few years old. And so just a quick update. We are right now in the major restoration of the apartment. There's some people didn't know, and I really didn't even know when I joined the board a few years ago, that there's a 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment with sunroom and outside deck there. It runs the entire front of the theater. So we have been really working hard to get that redone. And then are working with engineer and O&M Industries to get a plant restoration plan and cost for the whole front, the marquee and the tower and everything else. That tower it's structurally sound, but aging, as we all are, a bit rusty in spots. And so they're going through right now and doing an assessment of rebuilding all the infrastructure inside there, and then redoing the whole sign and putting not neon, but probably LED tubing to light it up. And that's sort of my personal white whale. I want to have that done because I think it's really important to have that outside looking good. And then we'll get more on the inside, on the auditorium. And that's going to be obviously a huge project. It's the auditorium looks ugly-ish. It's kind of cool in a way, actually. But it's functional. Everything there works. So that's a great thing. So, what do we need? We need volunteers. And so if you are at all interested in volunteering, just let me know. We're sort of rebuilding all our volunteer corps and organization after 2 years of being shut down. And we've done a couple events. We did the Eric Hollenbeck event with the city of Eureka, which we had 400 plus people in there for that. That was a lot of fun. May 7th is our next public event. And that will be later in the evening, about 8:30 during Arts Alive. And that will be a band called Bandemonium, which I think some of you might know from here. And they're going to be playing music and showing a Buster Keaton movie, silent movie on the screen. So that'll be a lot of fun. So watch for that. We're starting to put our calendars together, and we'll start putting out the sponsorships for movies, if you want to sponsor a movie and all that, once we get the calendar set. And we hope that we can stay open because of public health rules and all that kind of stuff. But it looks like I'm out of time, so I'm going to stop. Maggie.
Talk about what some of the costs for these projects are.
I'm sorry? That's what we're trying to find out. We do have some old quotes, but as anyone can tell you right now, quotes that are more than a year old are worthless. So we are actually right now, starting to get some new estimates and quotes. But we're really talking, 7 figures plus, it's going to be expensive. But we're doing all we can to keep those costs down and get it open. And it is functional. You can watch a movie in there. Yeah. Yeah. See, and so we want to do a capital improvement, to chase those big dollars, and we've had a lot of discussions around that. But we've got to nail down the costs now, and we have costs that, as they mentioned, they did a big assessment and got costs, but that was a number of years ago, and things have really changed in the last 2 years in terms of building costs. So
structurally sound means that the building is making sounds, or
the building is amazing. It's all poured concrete. So, and it's a behemoth. I don't know how much concrete they use to build that thing, but it's all reinforced poured concrete. So it doesn't have earthquake issues or anything like that, which is nice. No earthquake issues and no asbestos. Those are the two things that make it nice. Yes. We have what's called a murder basement. And it's basically, it's behind the screen, and it's just this narrow, dingy concrete, and that's where our heater system is. So but if you ever want a tour, we start at the murder basement, and then I walk you all the way up through. We'll tour the apartment upstairs, then we'll go up to the 3rd floor projection room, and then out onto the roof. Yeah, it's gonna be like an Airbnb and event space. It's beautiful, or will be, yeah.
Well, thank you, Greg.
We'll be hearing more from you on this, I'm sure.
Yes, please. Greg will be making a donation to the Wheelchair Foundation.
You got me back over there on the other side of the world? All right, we did that. And share screen again. On a momento. And here we go. I'll just jump to that last slide. So go again. You joined Rotary. We are people of action. So let's get to work. Have a great day, everybody.